Hi there, Melissa Jane. I'm back. I think this is episode 6. Who knew? Who knew this was going to go this far? Amazing. Just amazing. So, I want to go back. I talked a little bit about the online dating thing, which is, I guess, the way things happen today. I talked a lot about, sort of my people who sort of disappeared or were horrible, but I did actually have to let somebody down. So I was considering one and then thought I'd better keep myself open to the other. And so communicating with this guy, it seemed very nice. Um, and we talked a lot and we seemed to get along. And, from his pictures, he looked handsome. I was somewhat attracted. I wasn't sure because, like I told you, I like big teddy bear guys. And so, long story short, we end up deciding to meet, go on a date. We're both busy people, but so we go. Very nice restaurant. He made it clear that he likes to pay for everything. It was fine. I like that traditional thing. That's just me, to each his own. I'm not judging. I don't do that. Try not to, anyway. So we go. And oh, yeah. So he had told me that I think it was a week after we were talking about retiring. He was working, but he made it clear he didn't have to work and all that good stuff. Um, I'm not sure if he was trying to impress me or just telling me the facts. You never know with that, you know? We get better as we get older about the filter and knowing when somebody's kind of, anyway, give them the benefit of the doubt. Um, And I'm sort of traditional, so that was okay. So we go to this nice restaurant, we order, we're talking. Um, anyway, something happened, and I don't want to say what it was because then God forbid he watches this episode. He'll know I'm talking about him, and I want to. Although I might say my best friend or my sister or this, I try not to name names. Although my sisters, you know who you are. um, anyway, it struck me funny. But I had done a thing for him because he was retiring, so I got a little gift. That's just what I do. I like giving. Um, if I really like you. Anyway, so that was all good, and I made up my mind that this wasn't for me. Super nice guy. I'm sure. We talked on the phone like, gosh, I think it was every day. Text, whatever, social media, he was definitely into me. Well, no, he wasn't, but you know what I mean. Um, so I had to call him. I had to be truthful. I'm a very honest person and I like to be forthcoming. Oh, you like my Long Island t-shirt? Tell you about that later. So I had to make the call. So we chat for a couple of seconds. And then I said, look, when I told you, blah, 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 blah. Well, I think I'm going to go with that. I'm sorry, it didn't work out. And I said, I'm not really good with this dating thing. You know what his response to me was? Well, you seem to do pretty good with dumping me. Oh, my Lord. Holy mackerel. And then he did say something about, if it doesn't work out, blah, blah. Anyway, I go to the online site that I was on because I was trying to get off of it. And under his thing, it says goodbye. Oh my goodness. You just never know what you're going to get. I still would tell you if you're thinking about dating, especially later in life, give it a try. If nothing else, it'll be amusing. don't let it frustrate you or get you down. I mean, come on. It's too late in life for that stuff. You got to take everything lighthearted and enjoy the experience. That's what I say. And look at all these stories I have to tell. You'll be the life of the party. So go for it. Like Malta Man, wasted time and money, but honestly, no, because it gave me some stories. Who thought you'd be talking about Malta Man? So, yeah, so I just wanted to share that. I did have to let somebody down too, and it was hard. I'm not really good at that because I've never really dated. I just marry people. I either like you, I don't like you, and we go for it. I'm still that way, but I'm trying to like hold back. I'll talk about Long Island later. Now you want to know, don't you? I know I told you I sing. I really do, like legitimately sing. And maybe I'll share that with you at some point. It's not a joke. I'm working with my guitarist from a band that we worked for about a year trying to get out the door. Oh my Lord. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. But we're just doing a duo thing, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think people really enjoy it. I hope so. Not like this podcast. But anyway, I digress. I want to talk about sex. Yes, I said it, sex. Why are people so uptight about that? We all do it, some of us more than others. I'm not sure what. Yep, wine. This is actually wine this evening. This is Cabernet. Anyway, let's go back to sex. Much more interesting. And I know you're just dying to hear what I have to say. I'm not sure why people are uptight about it. Some more than others. Men, well, not even men. I mean, just in general, eons ago, sex is the way of the world. What was the Greek myth? Medea, I can't remember now. I should know my Greek. Where the women decided to stop having sex with all the men. Of course, that doesn't account for the other non-heterosexual things going on. But because they wanted peace or something like that, I can't remember. I'm going to have to look this up now. The power in that was amazing. But back to that. I've never been shy about that. It's okay to be sensual and sexy and enjoy it. Women, we really get the short end of the stick. No. Well, it depends. It depends, what you like, men or women, non-binary, whatever. But I think you really have to understand it's such an important part of relationships. Like it's a really important part of staying connected. Not that way. And for me, boy, if I'm not attracted to you physically and want that, forget the rest of it. I don't care how much money you have, how stable you are. I need that. And I think most people do. We just don't admit it. And when it goes, those of us who have been in marriages or relationships that lasted a long time, sometimes that goes away. Not good. Got to get that back. It's important. It's okay. I'm not condoning, affairs and things like that, but there's reasons people do things, and I'm trying to be more understanding about that as well. And it all depends on your, philosophy about that. And I'm not getting into that, the rights and wrongs and all of that. I'm just talking about your sexual being, who you are sexually. Have you ever really thought about that? Thought about what you like, what you don't like, how you feel about yourself as a sexual being? Being sensual is a really important thing. It doesn't mean that you're promiscuous. You can be sensual as a person and not partake. Doesn't mean that you've lost that. Maybe you just haven't found the person that does it for you. All right. That's off my chest now, too. It's like blonde jokes. I'm okay with them most of the time. Unless they're really hurtful or something, you just poke fun at it. I don't get upset about that. Lighthearted. Let's be lighthearted. Good feelings and just kind of embracing joy, which I think we all need to do a lot more of. Stop being so serious all the time. Yes, there are very serious things happening in the world. I agree with you. I'm all about that. But I'm into the final countdown. And these last 50 years, yes, I'm going for 100. I want to really embrace life. So I'm asking you to do the same. And, the other thing I wanted to talk about was curiosity. So I'm a very curious person. Like, I'm curious who's watching this, who thinks it's horrible, who thinks it's fantastic. I'm really curious. So I would love for you I'd like for you to subscribe because, it's the whole thing with us little people getting into that. We got to get in there. Come on. You can all do this. If it's not a podcast, maybe it's skydiving. Oh, the things I'm not going to do. Skiing, skydiving. What was the other thing I talked about? Oh, running. Oh, no, my knees. I want them. I like them. I have to wear my heels. I'm sure there's something else. I'll have to think about that. I don't think the bungee jumping would work for me. Zip lining, yes, but not the bungee jumping. So I'm up to, 4 now? Where was I going with this? Yeah, so subscribe. That would be awesome. Leave some comments. That would be awesome too. Make fun, enjoy, whatever you got to do. I think that's it. Bye now.